The Woods Are Full of Cuckoos is not a great cartoon. I was hoping I would love this because I love caricature cartoons, and I think Warner Brothers have done some really brilliant ones. But this one just didn't appeal to me at all. The animation is very good, but the narrative and the songs not so much. This was released in 1937. It's directed by Frank Tashlin and written by Melvin Millar. And we have a great voice cast, of course, with Sara Berner, Mel Blanc, Ted Pierce, Danny Webb, and Pearland Hayes. And they're all voicing these various woodland creatures who are caricaturing famous singers. And a couple of the names I recognised, largely because a lot of them had their names written on their like on a placard. Some of them, even when the names were written, I didn't recognise them. So maybe if I could recognise more of them, it might have made my experience more enjoyable, but to be honest, I don't think so. Basically, it's just a caricature of different singers in a woodland setting with different animals, and there are some, visual gags and things, and it doesn't work for me for two reasons. I feel like the narrative's just all over the place. They tried to cram in far too much into a short space of time, and there are times when that does work well, but I don't think it did here. And some of the music was unpleasant. Some of it was quite nice, but a lot of the singing was actually really uncomfortable and not very nice to listen to at all. As I said, though, the animation was actually quite nice. I liked the quality of the animation. There's this little white bunny rabbit that was adorable, and sometimes the lyrics to what they were singing would pop up on screen on a little card, which sounds forced, but actually it's done in a way that's quite pleasant and quite well animated. So that aspect of it I thought worked quite well. But the rest of it, it was a bit of a mess. It was chaotic. It was all over the place. And it felt like it didn't really know what it was doing. It felt like somebody had cut up the cartoon and just thrown it down, and whatever landed where it went was the structure of the cartoon. Maybe that's a bit harsh. There's a little bit more structure than that. But, generally speaking, compared to the average cartoon, it feels like it's not as well developed as others. The caricatures that I did recognise were fine, but as I said, a lot of them I didn't. Maybe that would have changed my opinion. But I feel like there are too many things about this that just didn't work. That means I'm never, ever going to love it. Maybe I'll try it again in the future. If you're a Warner Brothers fan or a caricature fan, I'd say watch it once. But right now, I don't have any plans to watch it again.